Okay, today I'm going to be showing that the vine from the Bible is a lightning vine, an electrical vine, a vine of energy. I put this post up the other day on my Google page, basically showing how all plant life and lightning has the Fibonacci angle of 137.5, as this is the connection point of energy when it takes a change in direction. This is also the angle separating the EM field, and that's how it moves up to the right and up. It moves up or down, takes a 137.5 degree turn, and then carries on straight again, as you can see in the diagrams. And now I'm going to bring up what the Bible and what Jesus say about being in the vine. Now you have to understand it's electrical, so it is energy. So energy is life, gets things done. So as long as you look at the Bible in an electrical viewpoint, everything is an electrical event, you will start to understand that I'm correct and that energy is what matters in the universe. And the connection to Jesus, like the branches on a tree. What does Jesus have to say about it? Jesus, the true vine, abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. For apart from me you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away as a branch and dries up. And they gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. So right there we're told that if we are separated from the vine, we will dry up and die. If you are separated from an energy source, you will dry up and die. This is the connection Jesus is trying to tell us. He is the life. We have life in us, but it's finite. It means we're burning through our matter, which means eventually we will just destroy ourselves because the flesh is useless. Only energy matters. That is what God talks about when he says the flesh is useless, because there is none where we're going. So, if God is energy, and we are disconnected from him, which is what I've said in all my universal voltage drop posts or videos. If you are disconnected from energy, entropy occurs and you die. Jesus says get saved into him, so that he is also inside us, so that when the end comes we will be part of Jesus and then recreated. The universe is electric. We are electric. Electric impulses move your body. Energy moves matter. Matter cannot move itself. That's impossible. And anybody who says matter moves is talking magic, voodoo, woo, pseudoscience. Matter can't move ever. Only energy moves matter. So if you are separated from that energy, eventually one day you're not going to move. I know that's a bit of a silly analogy, but that's the truth of it. You are going to die. This is the whole point of being able to reconnect back with God, is because we do it through Jesus. Jesus is the conduit, the electrical conduit that we speak to God through. Now, I don't mean that we speak and Jesus speaks for us. I mean we literally pass through Jesus, who is the veil, who had the veil torn, and we can speak to the Father directly in Jesus' name. Just wanted to make that clear before anybody says, oh, that's wrong. So no, we pass through Jesus to speak to the Father. He is the veil. He is the conduit that is now open. In the beginning, God brought forth Jesus as with labor pains. I've shown this in a previous video. If it's energy, then the Lorentz effect, and what I've termed as atom cloaking, that then comes into effect. And how the Lorentz effect works is you build up waves and you push out energy. If there's an energy, like God is full on energy, so I'm going to have to make this pretty clear. If you add energy to an atom, it shoots out a tornado finger of energy. I've shown this in spiral galaxies and all kinds of space phenomena and tornadoes. Your hand is a storm. If you close a fist, you have a funnel. There's your Fibonacci funnel right there. If you open your hand, that is the above height of a storm with penumbral lines coming off the storm. Everything is connected, everything is electrical, and it all works the same way. Energy shoots out a finger. It then atom cloaks into a ball. That would be God and Jesus. So God is connected to Jesus. If we are not inside Jesus, we are outside God. And so we will be outside the kingdom, outside the glory, outside all the paradise. That's the point Jesus is trying to make. We have to reconnect back with him using your thoughts of repentance and please accept me, Lord. I want to follow your ways of peace and love. And so you reconnect by electromagnetic energy from your brain and your heart. God reads hearts. Your heart is the biggest electromagnetic generator in your body. And so God is able to read what you think from your heart. Even science last year was saying that the heart and the brain seem to have different ideas about how to run the body, as if the heart has a second brain, or is a second brain somehow contained in the spine nerves. So you can go look that up, I don't care. But basically, our brain and our heart are actually doing two different things. So you make your heart right, but your thoughts try to connect with God. Everything is electrical, and if you are not in the vine, the electrical lightning bolt, you will just fizzle off into the darkness and die. God's word states he is coming as a whirlwind. He is coming as fire and lightning. Why? Because he is energy. He doesn't need to show up as anything else. He's coming as destruction. And everything I've said about God has shown him to be an electrical waveform. An electromagnetic waveform of electricity, electromagnetism, and all that's connected with that. Because if you can shape everything, you can make the universe. And the easiest way is with an electromagnetic waveform, which I've shown on all my videos. So the vine is electrical. Everything is electrical. I've shown it just in this picture of the vine and of electricity. The parable is quite clear. If you don't reconnect with God through Jesus, you will get left behind. God is coming as lightning, fire and a whirlwind. All is electrical, and God's coming to destroy everything. So you have to get right before it's too late. There's an old parable in the Bible, a story about maidens with lamps filled with oil. There were some foolish maidens, and they didn't bother filling their lamps. And then when the time came that Jesus arrived, the handmaidens ran in with their lamps lit. But the foolish ones were left outside because they had nothing. So, if you don't go and learn about the Lord and find out exactly what he wants, which is peace and love and everybody saved, then you'll get left behind. So, have a look at all that I've done. I've shown that the universe is electric. I've explained exactly how every single thing is created using a waveform that is coming from God's hand in the original Hebrew, Habakkuk 3:4. This then also relates to Ezekiel 47:9, where God has a double torrent of life pouring from his innermost parts into the river of life. That again is a double helix. A double-sized torrent does not mean it's twice as big. I get a double-double as a coffee. That means two. So if you've got a double-sized torrent, it means you have two rivers. All electricity is two rivers. That's why it is forked lightning. It is a double helix in one that can continuously split because of the properties of electricity and electromagnetism when you apply the Lorentz force, so that you get a constant stream of vortices down to ground or anywhere else this electricity wants to go. And right now, here's a couple of pictures of what a vine does. And so what you're looking at is electrical behavior of the leaders, because nobody can sit here and tell me that these leaders are moving towards the light, as in growing up like every other plant, as if they're stretching out to light and following it across the sky. No, this picture shows electrical behavior, which shows that this vine is electrical. It's so obvious that it's in your face. God said we would know everything by it being in our faces, and this is electrical behavior. Ask any electrician what happens to electricity if you put it next to each other. It all intertwines. A vine has no brain, no eyes, no feelings, nothing, absolutely nothing. The vine is a plant that is being led by electrical behavior. It is reaching out for electrical impulses, and then when it finds one, which is normally another piece of matter, it follows the electrical direction flow of that object that it is now attached to, which is why it spirals around it. There's no other reason. It doesn't have a brain. You can't pretend there's any other reason that a vine would wrap around another piece of matter unless it was following an electrical path. And as you can see, these other ones, there's a little double helix here that's wound up itself and then back down itself, in and out of itself. And there's others just that curl into nothing because they can't find an electrical signal, so the signal that's pushing them diminishes into a Fibonacci spiral, which is diminishing energy. And basically that's all I can show you. The vine is electrical, all life is electrical. The whole parable means get back to God via Jesus, via electricity, via your thoughts. It's how you think and how you feel about things. So please go read the New Testament, find out what God wants you to do, as the Old Testament is just what God does not want you to do. Learn the New Testament, apply it, and peace will come upon you. Thanks very much. My name is Lee, and I'm a Christian.